As you can see, we've had our eye on YouTube for some time now, Mr. Billboard. What is the definitive Matrix phone? Will there be a new Matrix phone in 2020? Let's get jacked in and find out. Welcome to Billboard. The Matrix movie was released in 1999 and was instantly seen as a cult hit, with its cutting-edge special effects and stylized cinematography. Whilst it borrowed much from many other movies, it was really something new and amazing. The movie is by far one of my favourites, and actually did inspire me to buy the Nokia 7110 phone shortly after it was released. Yes, I'm the victim of product placement. Now the question is, what constitutes the definitive Matrix phone? In the movie, Thomas Anderson, aka Neo, is sent a phone in an envelope, and as he opens it, you see the famous spring-loaded slider action of the Nokia 8110. The Nokia 8110 was released in 1996, several years before The Matrix was released, and also when The Matrix was supposedly set. I'm not sure what Morpheus was thinking sending Neo such an outdated phone. I guess he was into retro. Come to think of it, did he buy it from a pawn shop, or was it part of the loading program? So many unanswered questions. Anyway, here's the rub. The Nokia 8110 indeed had a slide-out mouthpiece, but it wasn't spring-loaded like in the movie. In fact, my research suggests that the Nokia 8110 in the movie was specially modified to have a spring-loaded mechanism. So is the Nokia 8110 that appeared in the original movie the definitive Matrix phone? Hold that thought. Now let's look at the Nokia 7110. The Nokia 7110 was released in 1999. The same year as the Matrix movie. The 7110 had a fresher style compared to the almost brick-like 8110 with its brushed aluminium look highlights and the centrally located Navi roller. And I have to say from personal experience, I love the Navi roller navigation from a usability perspective. You would roll down the menu and press the roller in to select functions. It was also a way cooler way to play the Snake game. The 7110 was ahead of its time with the newly introduced T9 predictive text, and it also featured cutting-edge media messaging and WAP browsing. My 7110 was one of my favourite phones I've ever owned. It was super cool and super functional. It did have the spring-loaded sliding mechanism, but it didn't feature in the actual Matrix movie. So is it the definitive Matrix phone? Hold that thought. So in 2003, to coincide with the release of The Matrix Reloaded, Samsung released the SBH N270 mobile phone. Really rolls off the tongue, that one. The phone was featured in the Reloaded movie and also appeared as a CGI phone in Final Flight of the Osiris, one of the stories in the Animatrix. The phone was in limited release with only 10,000 units sold worldwide. It featured a spring-loaded mechanism, thank you, but instead of the mouthpiece, it's the earpiece that pops up. I remember at the time being torn as to whether to buy the phone or not. I didn't, but given their current scarcity, I may slightly regret that decision. Interestingly enough, the phone was highly criticised for not having premium features such as MP3, video, a camera, and Bluetooth. So is the Samsung that was released as an official Matrix Reloaded phone actually the definitive Matrix phone? Hold that thought for just one more time. I want to go back to the Nokia 8110 for a moment. Interestingly enough, Nokia re-released the Nokia 8110 as the 8110 4G. I guess this was to catch in on all the nostalgia surrounding the original 8110. But for some reason, and I can't really get my head around this, it doesn't have a spring-loaded mechanism in it. I kind of think they missed an opportunity here and would have sold way more phones if they had just added like 50 cents worth of spring mechanism. Anyway, this brings me to my conclusion. I think if you held up the Samsung SPH N270 in front of anyone today, they would probably say, "What is that weird phone?" If you held up the Nokia 8110, people would go, "Ha, look at that old Nokia brick phone." But if you held up the Nokia 7110 and you did this, people would say, "Oh cool, one of those Matrix phones." So based on that, and this is purely my own opinion, the definitive Matrix phone is the Nokia 7110. Sure, you could probably argue any of the phones I mentioned are the definitive Matrix phone. Hell, you could even argue that the phone booth phone is the Matrix phone. The important thing is, it just doesn't matter. Agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. And just one more thing before we go. What about the new Matrix movie that's coming up? Will it have an official Matrix phone? Will some big company get on board? Samsung Matrix phone? Nokia Matrix phone? Android phone? Or will it be iPhone? Will this be the next product placement that gets me hook, line and sinker?
Yes.
So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and please hit the thumbs up if you liked my latest video, and I really love subscribers, they make me so happy. Agent Smith sounds a lot like Carl Sagan.
Drum.